So I can only plead to you as members of the Fourth Estate, play your role. Hold us to account as well. Yeah? And also don't take flimsy excuses and explanations out of the people who are trying to trivialize some of these things, you know? Yeah, I mean, when people say, oh, you go and organize and you have your own car stoned, come on. Even you, let's be serious. Will you really do that?
No.
So some of these things are being trivialized beyond logical limits. Kwani huyu Savula has he become that faith kama ile ya Middle East, wanaweka mishumari wanajichapa amwage damu peke yake? Do we have that faith in this country? So I think let us be very clear that and if indeed somebody feigns, feigns an incident or stage manages an incident that causes damage and havoc, why don't you arrest that person for stage managing it? Arrest the person. If you know somebody has stage managed an incident that has injured people, either through destruction of property or physically to their body, arrest the person and prove how that person has stage managed it. Let us not just buy anything. Haya ni maneno lazima tuanze kuongea ukweli. We need a Kenya that is straightforward, leadership that is straightforward. We condemn violence at all levels. And we must have civil language when talking to Kenyans. Even today in one of the papers, there is somebody who has taken issue that I'm the gentleman of Kenya's politics. I don't know when being a gentleman became a shortcoming. I would have thought that what we are looking for is decency in Kenya's politics. Because what we have suffered from over the years is when we put people with questionable character into positions of authority. That is why Kenya is suffering. So how can you try and turn somebody's personality in the context of being decent to make it look like it is a shortcoming? That is deceit. It is wrong. We are sending the wrong message to the people that politics is about thugs. Politics is about crooks. Politics is about conmen. Surely, is that the truth?
No.
Then why do you go to universities to learn political science? Why do you get degrees in political science? If you wanted conmen, then why don't you just put a degree in conmanship? So that people can go and become conmen at university level. Kenya needs good leadership. Let's provide it. Yeah? The solution starts with us. Personally, I have not spoken to it. I know some of the members of OCA have made personal statements to that effect. But as an individual, I have not spoken because I know it's not an easy process. And I've maintained that we are not out of time, because even to submit the coalition documents, we still have up to next year to submit the final documents. And it's not new. You remember how long it took when you were in the then defunct NASA, how long it took before we eventually unveiled the leader, or the flag bearer for that matter. So there's no hurry in that context. A decision will be made. All I can say is that it's a process and the technical team is working for it. To me, you can stretch it into early next year. Okay? I think we are forging a movement. We are forging a way forward. I don't think we have seen the completion of coalitions. All right? And my target is very clear. I'm offering myself to the people of Kenya so that I can serve them. That is the position of maintaining. I am making it very clear. I want Kenyans to have a free choice Matiba made a statement, let the people decide. That is what we want in Kenya's democracy. All right? Let us not have a situation where there is undue influence anywhere. Let us not have a situation where somebody will use an agent of government to try and direct people to vote in a particular way. That is the message I want Kenyans to. What I have said is enough. And the Kenyans are very intelligent people. And I can tell you, they know what I'm saying. You know, there's so many Kenyans who never actually saw the crisis of 2007, 2008 firsthand, because either they were too young and under the protection of their parents. So what we are seeing in some parts of the country is people beginning to backslide again into a situation of violence. This we should condemn at all costs. We should not allow it to move, all right, beyond where it has reached. The security agencies must take firm action. Political parties must be reprimanded. IEBC must do its job. The National Cohesion Body must also start speaking out to it. Institutions like the church must condemn this violence and restrain people from engaging in that kind of activity. I say this with a lot of concern because you will remember I was at the center of the peace negotiations when Kofi Annan was chairing that session. Okay? And I know that if we take that route, it's going to be very difficult for the people of Kenya. It is going to undermine democracy. It will be a situation where we will have the wrong people occupying critical offices in this country again. Yes. Because of violence. So we should not allow that to happen. I'm human. So I had gone through some medical stress, which I'm recovering from, and therefore up to this weekend I cannot really engage in the public rallies, but from next week onwards I'll be back on course. Yeah, but I'm aware they're having church and then they'll have the rally, so they'll convey my apologies for today.